and welcome to Mersey Focus. I'm Shannon Pickett.
And I'm Matt Welch.
These are the top stories today. NHS staff across Merseyside are set to lose their free parking privileges. Parking fees were waived nationally during the coronavirus outbreak for those in greatest need, yet Health Secretary Sajid Javid said the pandemic has moved to a new stage. As of today, staff will once again take the hit of their pockets in order to drive to work. Angela Elmore works at Ormskirk Hospital.
Well, I don't see why we have to pay for parking anyway, because we work for the NHS and we have to park in car parks which are further away than the public do, and it's a lot of money. It's £28.35, and that's just because I do 30 hours a week. And it's a lot more for people who do 37 plus hours a week, and I think it's very unfair that we have to pay.
Merseyside residents are set to be hit with skyrocketing energy bills today as the off-gen price cap rises by 54%. A further increase is expected in October. A hike in council and car tax tolls is also due to come into force.
Liverpool Loves You is an event being held at the parish church to celebrate the LGBT plus community in Liverpool. It will take place on the 14th of May from 2 till 7. The event was set up by the leaders of the parish church in partnership with several LGBT plus organisations across the region, including the Open Table and Homotopia. It will involve music, food stalls and activities throughout the day, ending with a religious service at 6 p.m. Mayor Joanne Anderson will also be there to open the event by raising a new Progress Pride flag.
On which homosexuality was removed from a list of mental disorders by the World Health Organization in 1990. So that's the day, the reason that May the 17th was chosen for International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia and Biphobia. So this is the Saturday immediately before that. So we'll be celebrating how inclusive and diverse Liverpool is, but we'll also have a vigil against hate crime because we recognise there's been a rise in reports of hate crime.
Liverpool-based music venue owner, managers and promoters met this week to discuss safeguarding and protecting local venues. The Liverpool City Region Music Board hosted the event at the Royal Philharmonic Music Room. Shane McGowan has more.
The Royal Philharmonic Music Room was the venue for an important discussion about Liverpool's live music scene. Key topics of discussion including audience numbers following COVID, supply chain issues, energy costs and inflation, as well as nighttime safety and outdoors transport. The event was hosted in collaboration with the University of Liverpool, who utilised the event to collect data about the city's regions, music venues and infrastructure in order to create a digital map.
Liverpool music venues have had a difficult 2 years, with the UK's national industry in £90 million of debt. Music venues like you see behind me have managed to finance everyday means through public funding through the pandemic, but are now struggling to make ends meet.
Although we are seeing more venues around Liverpool packed out like here at the Mountford Hall, there are growing concerns around the upcoming months of live music. Summer is the industry's most profitable period, and with coronavirus cases seemingly on the rise again, those within the live music set will be left hoping for a good end to their year. Shane McGowan, Mersey Focus.
The annual Wirral Egg Run tribute will take place this Sunday, with thousands of motorcyclists expected to take part. The run will start at New Brighton Promenade, delivering Easter eggs to sick children at Arrow Park Hospital. This year will be the 40th run. It was meant to be held in 2020, however, was cancelled due to COVID-19 restrictions. Thousands of motorcyclists will gather at New Brighton Promenade at about 9:30, with many riders dressed up in costumes and decorated bikes. The Wirral Egg Run became a registered charity in 2008. After the ride, many will take to the Tap pub on the Wirral and continue the fundraiser.
The draw for this year's World Cup gets underway later today. England are in pot 1 and will find out their opponents for the group stages in Qatar this November. Craig Dobson is Digital Marketing Officer for the National Football Museum.
When you look at England's record over the past year or so, it's actually remarkable. I think there's only 2 defeats in there, and one of those was on penalties in a European Championship final to Italy, and in penalties, absolutely anything can happen. So in that sense, I think England are actually in a very strong position.
That's all from us, and a happy April Fool's Day. If you've been on the receiving end of a prank or want to know more about our stories, visit our website www.merseyfocus@wordpress.com.
And if you have any news or sports updates, send us an email at merseyfocus@wordpress.com. Good night.
Good night.